Hello there, fellow changelings of the Changing Army. I'm the Game Changing Awesome, and welcome to Epistory Typing Chronicles. This is actually a rather interesting game I played myself. I have also, of course, have gotten all the achievements, which most of the achievements you get just by playing through the game itself. Now, you may, of course, have to have like a guide on standby for a few of the achievements, but this is a rather interesting game in itself that it utilizes your keyboard for movement. Now, I do have a workshop mod on that essentially makes it so that it's always the numpad, because I am actually really good with the numpad. And of course, as you can, if I just did something like that, it shows up this. Also, I hope I have the volume up as high as possible on this, so oh, I will have to use the keyboard for one specific thing, but that'll be when it comes to it. I've been having a little bit of trouble trying to record uh, lately, so. Mm. Is it supposed to take this long to load? I don't remember it taking this long to load.
Once upon a time. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. There was a girl, and she rode upon the back of a great fox. But they were lost. They had always been lost. Until a path appeared, and so she followed. Was the path leading her? Or was she leading it? She didn't know. It was just there. All of a sudden, she knew where she was. She was home. The woods had sheltered her as a child. The path was blocked before her. The path stretched deeper into the forest. She remembered animals frolicking in the glades. She remembered planting flowers. She felt the woods begin to wake up around her. Who? Where? Why? What?
And this is basically the main gameplay. I will probably be mostly silent for this because a lot of it you do have to like oh, and of course once you have enough you can also check your map here to see where you are. Chests are very important in it because each area has what essentially is a piece of a picture that gives you the whole story. Yeah, the gallery. Gallery, it doesn't say anything right there for now, but
I am not a writer. This is not my muse.
Okay, it doesn't show right there right now, but also that area we can't do anything with because
The more she remembered, the stronger she felt. She remembered exploring the twisted paths. She remembered discovering precious stones. She would have to burn the brambles before she could pass through them. She remembered finding magical things in the undergrowth.
new upgrade available. Try to explore everywhere as you can because if you do, you can
Dangers awaited beyond the forest. Sensing a terrible wrongness, she looked up.
That is an
Fire
arena,
fell from the sky.
and that's our first upgrade. The game is divided into, I believe, 5 chapters.
Had a star died? Had the moon fallen? She didn't know, but she wasn't home anymore.
Get ready because we're about to do a fight. You are locked into this.
Chitinous chattering creatures began to appear.
Try to type as fast as possible.
Insectile things which sought to hurt her. With their scything claws and gnashing maws. They should not be here.
And that's it. And you can tell I am really good with the numpad. Keep in mind, this is a workshop mod. This will actually negate arena-based achievements, but not achievements based around you actually playing the game.
She headed towards the source of fire, because if she didn't, who would?
Also, the faster you type, the more inspiration. They call it inspiration points, but it's basically experience points. Oh. Also, if you find these things, that, and you can also find a chest. There we go.
The trees began to give way to ash and char. This was where the meteor had struck. The path ended here. Or did it begin?
There is I have no idea if it's a sequel or not, but there is another game made by the same people, but called Nanotale, which I might play on the channel. Keep in mind. And here we go into our first main dungeon, Burning Hollow. I will make mention of this as well. This game will also introduce a mechanic into the game which does use the keyboard, the letters. Most of this game you can play with the
She found herself alone.
And if we go into the map, there you go. Can I? No, I cannot. Oh, and in case you're wondering what that thing was, it's a nest. Oh, you can also, of course, use
Lost in darkness.
you can, of course, just utilize your. I will make mention. They will get bigger.
Until fire roared behind her. The meteorite had buried itself deep. Wicked things crept from its dark core. Briar and bramble blocked her path. Ancient paintings covered the walls. Telling the story of another world, or perhaps another life. Loneliness seeped out of them.
There is an actual story to this.
Daddy, look! We'll die if we don't save it.
The cavern closed in around her, suffocating.
I will say, oh, and this gimmick. You may notice this. This is actually a
They came from
gimmick.
the darkness,
Nope.
like fear
No,
manifest.
okay. We need to move. We need to move. 1. You
And
cannot,
only fire
kill
could
those
save her.
things. At least not yet. Also,
She saw something across the lava, a power which the meteor could not destroy.
and here's our first upgrade and gimmick. Elements. There are elements in the game. Tap. Fire.
Something new flowed through her veins. It burned away the loneliness inside and revealed new paths all around her.
Collectible fragments. There are few in each specific dungeon. Let's see. Make sure you find them all, because it will end up telling a story of this game. If we don't end up finding them all, I'll pretty much say what the story is. Oh, we got an upgrade? I'll go ahead and do that. Get fire.
We'll be friends now. I'll look after you. I promise.
You gotta be quick. Or gives it to here's where you gotta be quick with this one. Otherwise it won't let you through.
The maze began to crumble before her.
not like a... I know. Ah. And now, are you ready? This is what it says here. Your new fire mask says insects on fire. If you wait, you don't have to type the next word. This is very, very useful. Here we go! Just ready in case, yeah. Also, if they touch you, it's an instant game over. Got it. Good.
Nothing could stand in her way now.
Those will get a lot tougher, but now I will make mention there is another one that you can get if you want to make it really, really quick and easy. And trust me, it does make the game a whole lot more easier if you decide to do it. Let's just gonna go backwards here for just a sec. Nope, can't go that way, so going this way. And my PS3 is just turned on.
Paintings began to look familiar to her.
Everything in the fire. Oh, can't go that way.
They broke new ground together.
Check everywhere. Okay, look like there's nothing else there. Now you can, I believe you can come back to areas you've been to before, like a nice little Metrovanian, but keep in mind, it's been quite a while since I played this, so I don't remember where all the chests are that I need to actually find. I do like how it essentially does have like a map that you can check at any given time. I do like that. But keep in mind, you might be checking that quite a bit. There's fragment number 2 collected. We're actually making pretty good time too here. It's surprising.
The cavern opened up before her, like a cathedral. Even here, there were precious things, just waiting to be discovered.
And that's the last fragment. This is actually, as I said, there are 5 of these in total. I believe it was 5 or 6 that you could find. So, as I find them and get them all, I'll tell a little bit about what I think the story is. This one's more on the lines that it's essentially she found a fox that was injured, and I guess they limping. I pretty much convinced her dad to actually help it. Now I have no idea if it's actually goes along the lines of a story that is actually talked about in Lost in Rapture, which it has the idea of a fox. But that unfortunately the father had to put down because it bit the son. But it looks as if pretty much the fox actually appreciated the gesture here. Now.
And there stood the meteor's heart.
Here we go. Oh, don't lag on me like that.
She braced herself for the final onslaught.
Okay, here we go!
A stillness descended, and her heart danced a new beat.
I did not expect that to incorporate the power to 10, but go ahead and do that. And like that, we're done. That's the first dungeon done. It doesn't make sense, and the game isn't all that long either, so...
She emerged once more into the light. Though the ground would be forever marked, green shoots of new life surrounded her. Foulness still festered here. The bitter taste of corruption clung to the land like a scar.
I thought make mention is check everywhere that you can if there is anything before you end up opening up any new pathways, because you can end up finding actually some things that you wouldn't end up finding beforehand. But at the same time, also get some free experience. Let's just see what each one costs. And I'll go for the one that's the least expensive. How much is this one? This one is... Oh, I can do either or. Well, thinking about this one's actually right nearby. Let's do this one. Another one there, and I do remember there was one over here, which right? Oh, hello. What are you? I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. But this is how you open up new areas. And okay, so it looked as
As
if
she looked out across the horizon, she heard the faintest of whispers rise to an almighty roar as the angry sea raced across the land.
that's our second dungeon.
And
But-
then all was still and trembling.
But we'll pretty much see that in the next episode. So, until then, subscribe if you want to check out other videos I've done in the past, or stay tuned for future videos on the channel. Comment down below what you think of this game, or if you have another game you want me to check out on the channel, be sure to let me know down below. Until next time, stay 20% cooler, and I'll see you in the next video, my friends. Bye bye.